Well, alright. Welcome to another one about BumpmyStump's World of Tanks Xbox One replays. We're on Himmelsdorf. I am playing solo. I am in the Centurion MK1. And it's a tier 10 game, I believe. So, yeah, I actually... Sometimes I'll get a tank that, well, I hate. And when I get a tank that I hate, a lot of times I'll skip stuff. I'll either skip packages, I'll skip this or that. This tank right here, honestly, I think I'd have to look it up to remember exactly, but I think I might have used free XP to get by the second package, whichever the package is to the top gun. I did the whatever package it was. I got to one of them. I played it for a little while. I was like, this isn't getting any better. So then I used free XP to get the top gun. Since then, I have just been playing it out. I am almost at the Centurion 7-1. I am so close to the Centurion 7-1, but I have figured, you know, a lot of times I'll get close, and if I'm sick of a tank, you know, I don't have 20,000 left, I'll be like, I'll just use free XP to buy it. Fuck it, I'll just do it, because I want to give it. This tank, I'm going to play it out. And I will be keeping this tank. It's a pretty good tank. Even in tier 10 games, it can have okay games. And you'll notice this isn't really about my play during the whole game. This game, the video right here, is all about this point in the video right here. You'll notice I leave my teammates behind. I'm going to take this rock. I'm going to take this mound right here, which stops them from coming up the hill. As of right now, these Reds cannot push the hill unless they want to get shot. They could if they all win at once. But instead, the mentality is, like so many times, they're all going to back down. Now they're kind of fucked, because we're going to take every part of the top of this hill. The only one that pushes up is the object. And you'll see a pattern there. We're going to see if we can sink one into him. Sink another one into him. The one thing I don't like about this tank is the alpha damage. The 200 alpha just sucks. But it fires fairly quickly. You never get a game where you have a killer game in this, because like most British tanks, you only do 200 per shot. The T-57 Heavy was going to get a shot on someone. I don't know why he stopped. I guess he was going to go down there and then thought twice after he got hit. He sinks one into me, but I repair my track and get out of dodge, so he wastes a shot. Yeah, I don't know why he didn't keep on going, but hey, he didn't, so... Yeah, this whole gameplay, like I said, I didn't have an exceptionally great game, but the fact that I pushed up, took this position right here, forced the Reds to stop moving up, and that we won this hill because of it. And I'm not gonna sit here and not because of this, because like that guy's going, the rest of the team played smart too. They didn't sit all back behind me way back so I could get overrun. They actually moved up. There was a kill shot and it bounced off the E-75's turret or gun. But guess what? 430, you're dead. You put a couple shots into me, it pissed me off. So, you'll notice we've lost a tank or two up here, but overall, we overran the Reds. We took their spot, we just swarmed the hill, and we didn't allow them to get any foothold into the hill. And that was, and I'm going to toot my own horn here, but it was because I moved up to that position, which allowed my team, which was smart. If I had a stupid team behind me, they would have all sat back, so you got to give credit to that. They were smart and moved up with me. But, yeah, me moving to that position stopped the Reds from advancing. We took the hill. Game over as far as the hill goes anyways, as far as the hill goes. Now, the guys down bottom obviously played well, too, because they handled their part. So I'm not saying that, just because we took the hill, we won the game. But it did allow our E100 to go towards their cap. It allowed our Death Star to move down there. The Death Star is taking on, I think it's... I don't know which tank that was. If it was the T-57 Heavy, I don't remember. I think it was the T-57. But, so I was like, back up, I'll help you. But, he booked it. Oh, it's a Patton, excuse me. Yeah, the Patton booked it. He was having no part of the fun up here. So he took right out of dodge, which was smart play on his part. And you got a Death Star coming, and, it's backed up by, not that I'm a big tank, but at least I can put some shots into someone. Oh, you see me turn right there, so I don't hit the Death Star, because I don't want to screw up his shot. Come on, Patton. And I hit the trigger there. I didn't mean to. But we'll finish off the Patton. But you notice how I moved around that Death Star. You know, so many times I'll be sitting there waiting for a shot, waiting for my aim circle to come down, someone rams into me. So I try personally to make sure I don't do that. And that one right there it wasn't an easy job not to do that. I was coming down there pretty quick. And I had to be, you know, if I wasn't paying much attention, I would have ran right into him, which would have been stupid. So we're going to move over here, see if we can get a shot on the Tiger. But our E100's moving right over there, so he's going to finish him off before I get there. And there's only a heavy left, and he's in the middle of the map, so there's no way I'm going to get any shots at him. But, you know, the team's surrounding him. So yeah, everyone, you know, played pretty good. Obviously, we played a lot better than the red team. But this video wasn't about the whole gameplay. It wasn't about my position at the end. It was about me moving at the right time into the right spot to stop the reds from coming up that hill. You'll see I spent 15,000 because I used premium, and I used a lot of it. But I ended up with 6,000 XP with all the multipliers, 1,600 damage on 10 penetrations, which is this gun. You know, there's not much you can do. And I ended up in second place in a tier 10 match. So, you know, taking a tier 10 medium up to the top of the hill and ended up in second place, that's not too bad. We put 3 shots for a 326 into the 430. T57 heavy, 4 shots for whatever it was, 9 something. E5, we got some spotting stuff, and you know, 2 shots into the whatever that last tank was. Everything moved so quick right there. I didn't get to repeat it, but I'll go back and repeat it here. Even though you're not looking at me, I can do this. Even though you can't see it on the screen, we ended up putting 3 shots for 326 and took out the Object 430. The T57 heavy ended up with 4 shots for 966 into him. The T110 E5, I didn't do anything to him, just hit his track, spotted him. And the M48 Patton, I put 2 shots for 366 into him, took him out of the game. So, you know, like I said, it wasn't like an ungodly, you know, oh my god, what a game. But to go to the top of the hill and hold the Reds advance like that, and then end up in second place in a tier 10 game, it wasn't a bad game. We ended up with 15 shots fired, 11 hits, 10 penetrations, 1658 for damage dealt. We took 1,000 damage on 4 hits. We didn't block anything, so, you know, that's, hey, British medium armor. Actually, it's just British armor for the most part. We detected 3 enemies, took out 2 of them. You know, I ended up paying 15,000 for that game, but a lot of times if I end up using a lot of premium, I won't put the game up on YouTube, because a lot of times it's because I forgot to switch back. But the position I was in, you notice I penned the T57 a bunch of times. I penned the Patton. You know, so using the premium in that situation, I don't think it was a bad choice personally. So, you know, it is what it is. Hope you enjoyed the video. As usual, comment, rate, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down. Tell me what I did right, tell me what I did wrong. And remember, when you're on that battlefield, if you can seize that moment and take that spot, or certain other little choke point spots, even if you're in the lower tier, you know, I was tier 8 medium in a tier 10 game, but my little tier 8 medium stopped them Reds from pushing up there, and I believe it helped. I know it helped take the hill. Now, rather the rest of the game, whatever, but it helped us take the hill. And with the help of my teammates behind me, it worked out well. So, yeah, anyways, like I said, remember, we're not battlefield, shoot the red ones.